Well, it feels good to be out. What lovely weather today. And we're out on the road.
We're out on the road because we're podcasting.
When we started this podcast, we were waiting to hear about season 4. And of course, that's taken a long time. Season 4 of the TV series.
In TV land, there's lots of waiting around.
We've made the most of our time though, haven't we? Because we've squeezed out 2 seasons of our podcast. And now we're working on the 3rd one.
Yeah, and we're going to keep going, aren't we?
Yep, we are, because we're enjoying it. It's fun.
We get to meet interesting people. Some cars are good for flipping, some cars aren't so good for flipping.
It's amazing, really. I think what I find the most amazing is how many you have to see before you find one that's actually worth doing.
And you always fall back in love with cars. Going and looking at cars is a great thing to do. Pretty much always in the West Country, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it's a nice part of the world.
We spend a lot of time down here, don't we?
We're kind of here anyway. Hiya.
Hello. It's my turn to present the cars this week, and it's a bit different.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to say, because
I'm now expecting Noddy's car or a circus car, something with square wheels.
well, that's interesting. Hold that thought. So my friend James has asked us if we would come and have a look at 2 of his cars, but they're both round the corner and they're both under covers.
Okay.
They've both got stories. Obviously, all cars have got stories. Well, shall we go? Let's go round. They're both covered up still.
So I'm intrigued. He's got them covered, or you've covered them?
They are covered.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
so can I start asking questions? I know we're getting to the gateway now, and I'm just about to see the cup.
Do you want to ask?
Oh, God.
The wheel uncovered.
Oh, God.
I can't believe I
that
left
was
the wheel
bad.
uncovered.
Oh,
2 wheels
look.
uncovered.
So I can see it's a Mercedes.
You can see it's a mistake. Would you have known, do you think? Hang on, just hold that.
Okay.
Will is now holding the camera.
Gus is now going to go back and do the work that he should have done already, making sure the car
I can't believe I've
was
left those
suitably covered.
I can't believe I've done that.
Come round the corner and quite clearly see that whatever car this is, it's now a mystery.
Well,
Here
hang
you are,
on.
Gus, you can get back on the camera duty.
It's very difficult, isn't it? If you know what a car is, it's very difficult to unknow what a car is, isn't it?
It is, yeah, okay. But let's just take a few guesses.
Okay.
So,
would you have known? Let's think.
Let me just say what that sort of that spells out. So, it's a square car. It's got a long bonnet. It's got a short roof. It's got a very square back
It's
end.
low, isn't it?
And it's low.
Yeah.
So I would be guessing down the lines of, early 80s BMW 2-door coupe. I might, if I was a little bit
Hang on,
desperate.
look at the
for
roof
things.
line. Look at the actual.
The actual
It's
roof
got
line.
a dip in the middle, hasn't it?
It has got a dip in
That's
the middle.
a
And now I
proper
know it's a Mercedes.
Yeah. Is it a Mercedes?
It is a
Oh,
Mercedes.
yeah, no, it is a Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so which model is it?
That's my bad, isn't it? Well, hang on. Okay, look, so you've seen the wheels, so I'm thinking. I mean, I'm a bit of a wheel geek. I'm thinking you should know by now which year it might be.
It's got a soft rubber spoiler on it. Soft rubber spoiler says 1980 something or other.
Yeah.
It's got the long bonnet. It's got the wide wings.
Yeah.
I can't feel any rust around there where these things would normally rust.
Well, should we take the cover off?
Yeah, this is an SL, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an SL.
This is an SL. Come on.
It's a cracker.
Now, the only thing that's sort of left in my mind now is, and I'm going to wait until we get around the back.
Oh, I've got that stuck on there. Right, we're just taking the cover off. And what we have is now then, colour.
What would you call that colour?
Would you dare call that champagne?
Oh, no, there's only one thing that should be champagne coloured.
Is that champagne?
Yes.
Champagne and emulsified fuel.
Oh, that makes me think about stale urine there.
Don't start. So we are just unveiling the front of an SL. So C-Reg 1980. I'm going to say 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
How come we don't know yet? I looked up a chart the other day because I was so bored of not knowing what year's what. My only points of reference are 98, because that's the same age as my son, is R-Reg, S-Reg.
Right, okay.
So we should be able to work it out from there. But I think it's 86, isn't it?
I think that is. I mean, my points of reference are very, very similar. And C-Reg Land Rovers are the ones that don't go rusty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And ours is an A reg, and that's 1984.
Yeah,
A,
so that's
B,
last of the
C,
series
4,
three.
5, 6.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Boom. Okay.
We are right on it, aren't we?
Before my dad passed away a couple of years ago, he was a massive magician. I once misheard it. He's actually a mathematician. And he's very he was very interested in his cars. And he was very particular about the detail. So I actually got him to write out on a piece of A4 every single prefix and postfix, letter, number, and what have you.
Of what's what?
And put it to a year.
Yeah.
And I could keep this somewhere safe, and
Yeah.
I could always refer to it whenever I needed it.
Well, that's exactly what I did last week when I was at home one night.
Yeah, well, I did this about 6 years ago, and I've now lost the piece of paper.
Well, I did it last week and can't remember, other than my reference point, which is 1998. So we are on. So this has a hard top on it. What colour? Come on.
It's a sort of. I would go in the sort of silver with a tinge of green. Is that green grey?
Silver with a tinge of green. I'm still going champagne, I'm afraid.
Are you? No,
Is champagne slightly yellower than that? It depends what sort of champagne it is, doesn't it?
I would go more with the pond version of champagne and keep the green in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've painted a beautiful picture with words. So everyone is now realising what colour this car is.
Yeah, basically pond champagne green with a hint of silver. Now,
we're going to take this cover off.
We've got to see what it says on the back, because I'm hoping it's going to say 500 SL, which it does.
So that is as good as it got.
That is the one to have.
Yeah, so in 1986, this was the SL to have, the big boy,
If you
the
were
V8.
a person with some cash in your pockets and a fair amount in the bank as well, you couldn't just go and splash your cash on one of these new, because they cost an absolute fortune to keep going.
Yeah.
You had to have the money through and through to own one of these.
Yeah, well, in as much as the amount of petrol it drunk in 1986 would probably have broken most people's banks.
The insurance group would have broken the bank for most people.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, I'm not looking indoors.
Shall I tell you the story about this car then?
Please do, because is this for sale?
No. So this car was bought many years ago for £10,000, which on the front of it you would say, well, it's quids in now. But then it's had a £10,000 engine rebuild relatively recently, due to unforeseen circumstances.
Ah, right.
So it's now 20 grand's worth of car. And the person who owns it...
Unforeseen.
It was unforeseen. Nobody sees that coming. And I think the idea is to go over it and see where it is now, because it's stored every winter, used every summer.
Okay.
Mostly because, like a lot of cars of this age, it doesn't all work. Windows on this side
I
doesn't
can
come
just
down.
see that the passenger side window isn't closed properly. Neither is the door, actually.
It's not, but that might just be the fact that it wasn't closed when... No, the door does open. Shall we not go in yet?
Well, no, we're not going in.
What should we do? Shall we go round the outside of it?
Yeah, finish telling me the purpose of looking at us if it's not for sale.
Just to make sure there's not another big bill round the corner, to see how much we think it would cost to bring it back up to a point where... Because if you look... I mean, I did look at prices of these last night.
Yeah.
And you can pay a lot of money for a SL500.
I think you can, yeah.
Of this age as well. They're very sought after.
They are... I mean, they are collector's cars.
Yeah, definitely.
They're collector's cars. They actually really... I think this car still says something about a person as well. People hang on that. It's that Mercedes Owners Club thing, isn't it?
But also, you could use this car every day.
Well, I would want to, because these things are awesome.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not like poodling around in a Minor or an Anglia or something like that. This is a This is a big car which was built to a specification that was... Well, they were barnstorming cars, weren't they? I mean, Mercedes-Benz built these cars to travel very long distances at speed.
At speed, yeah. And waft you along in absolute luxury.
Yeah.
And safe in the knowledge you're going to make it there safely.
Yeah.
And if you do have any sort of minor prang along the way, the car will look after you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's built like literally built like a brick privy. They're styled. I mean, look at that styling.
It is very, a very stylish-looking car, isn't it?
It's that
really
classic sort of Mercedes grille shape. Is this the first of the sort of squarish headlights type, isn't it? Or did they have something just before
No,
this?
the one before was as well. Actually,
Yeah.
the one before that, the 60s one was square as well,
When did they go from the vertical column lights? I mean, that was a long time before, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was on the saloon cars rather than on the SLs.
Okay.
SL stands for sporty and light. I would suggest that neither of those things this car is in actual fact.
I mean, the only reason it could be considered sporty is because of the 500 bit, which I think stands for 5 litre.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
V8.
Yeah.
And light doesn't come into the equation at all.
I mean, I'm quite expecting to see something quite beautiful under the bonnet, aren't you?
I'm expecting to see spiders or squirrels.
Well,
It's been under a sheet for... Look, there's weeds growing up around the wheels. Come on, let's have a look at this car.
So instantly, I can see, so I'm going down passenger side, I can see that the bumper has got a bit of... It's blown, and I'm not going to pick at it, but it's blown and rusted and blown the chrome on the turn back of this beautiful chrome bumper. And that is a substantial piece of steel, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Nothing light about an sporty and light car.
So that would necessitate, I would say, either a very expensive repair, which would be a weld patch-in re-chrome whole bumper, or I suspect you'd probably find a second bumper.
I think you'd be well worth trawling through the small ads to look for a bumper for that, because that would be very costly to repair that. Look, feel the thickness of that chrome, though, without slicing your fingers open, and that's...
Well, that's the thing, yeah. You probably wouldn't slice your finger on that bit of chrome, would you? Because it's substantial.
It's a bit too thick, yeah. How much do you reckon... Well, we can come to sort of thoughts on value in a minute. My side, the bumper is in very good condition.
Yeah.
And below that, we've got this lovely sort of... What is... Yeah, sort of...
Valance.
Oh, yeah,
which
looks like it's had
trauma.
looks like it's had a badger-based injury, because that's...
Not too much pulling around.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, because this isn't our car and we're not going to buy it. But yeah, that's loose.
Yeah.
And that's had a bit of a battering. I can see there's some screws missing from up here.
Oh, well, that would tighten it up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's quite a noise, isn't it? Yeah. So let's, moving on gracefully.
Yeah.
I noticed actually that's had a bit of paintwork around that lower valance as well.
Yeah, this side's a bit loose. I think you're right. I think it looks to me like it's been off and somebody's not put the screws back in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
They've put the minimum amount of screws in it.
Yeah, the ones they found.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's an easy fix, isn't it? That's an easy tidy up and an easy fix.
It's not bent or broken.
No.
Just loose.
Sort of thing that we would engage in.
This front offside front wing is actually clean, tidy, straight and rust-free.
Well, that's nice. That's
all the
nice
way round on the arch is quite nice.
Is it? Well, I think on my side, on the passenger side, there's a little bit of bubbling up just above the headlight, but that's very, very localised. The wheel arch itself, which is a place where if they go, they do tend to go, because of the return on it, which holds the muck in there, is actually very good. Very good on this side. Yeah, and this side's lovely as well. These Mercedes of this sort of era do have a nasty habit of rotting in the top of the front wings as well. Is this not prior to that? Or, so 86, is this when it started? I mean, that has got a bit of the front. We're just looking at the front on the passenger side, above the headlight, and it has got a bit of blistering, which makes me think that it might have had a bit of paint in the past, but actually the evidence, I would say, is that it probably hasn't had any paint. So I can't see any other... The paint on the car does look pretty good and pretty You go for your glasses, I'll get...
I was going for my glasses, Gus. Yeah, literally, I can't see them. Shall I just run and... I'm just going to run and grab mine. They're in my van. Oh, it has, Will. This Valance has. On this side, anyway. Will is getting his glasses.
for a forensic check. I'm going back down the front, and there's absolutely no evidence of it I can see. Although the blistering over the headlight does look like there might have been some work
I've got my
there before.
glasses. I can see the world. Welcome back to the world.
Saying this bit here does look like that's been done and come through, doesn't it? It doesn't look like an original bit of blistering, does it?
No, I think there has been a bit of paint on that.
Paint.
If you look into the paint, you can see there's background tracers underneath the lacquer.
Oh, yeah, there,
See,
yeah.
just under there, that's ex-stone chips.
Is that ex-stone chips or is that filler?
Or filler bubbles.
Yeah, it might be.
It could
this
be.
has definitely had a bit here. You can see where the chips have been sprayed in. So that's interesting. But then you'd be foolish to assume that it hadn't had any, wouldn't you?
Well, it's quite an old car, isn't it?
It's quite an old car, and it's a car that would have been used for doing lots of miles in as well. And that's the rub, isn't it? Because you're going to get stone chips on a car that's used.
Oh, yeah, right,
It's just the way of it.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, you know, people often look at cars. If you're looking at a modern car that's like 3 or 4 years old and it's had a load of paintwork done, well, that should set alarm bells going.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're looking at...
It's just maintenance on a car of this age, isn't it?
24, 48... It's 49 years old.
No, it's not, is it? It's 39 years old.
39 years old, thank you, guys.
I may be colourblind.
But you are better with the numbers and with the reading and writing, as it turns out. So
Well, yeah, but that's only a margin, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yes, but it manifests itself as maintenance on a car of this age, doesn't it? And this magnitude as well, because you'd want to keep it looking smart, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would, yeah. And if some work's been done on it, then you would hope that good background work prior to painting has also been done.
Yeah.
So so it's a bonus.
Where do you think these I think the 500 in particular, because the 500 was the king of them, wasn't it? King of the SLs. Mm-hmm. Where do you think these stand in that sort of sliding scale of worth of car and cost of renovation? Do you know what I mean? So it would be worth respraying the chips or if there is a bit of corrosion on those wings, it was worth doing that at the time because the car was worth this much money and it kept the value up.
Yes.
But do you know what I mean? That sliding scale where the retail price of a car is less than the amount of money that you're going to cost. Then you've really got to love a car, haven't you? Because you're doing it for the love of it rather than for the commerce of it, as it were.
Yeah, if you keep on top of it and keep on doing the little bits as they come up, then you might end up spending the same amount, but it doesn't seem like as much.
Exactly that, because you're doing it over a longer period.
Yeah. Well, if you let them build up as well, you know, so say that wing was a bit rusty 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago, you had the front corner of it fixed for 500 quid, say, for instance.
Yeah.
If you let that go for 10 years, you bet your bottom dollar it's going to cost more than 500 quid to do it now.
And I think, although in my mind it shouldn't, I think it would be very difficult to find those wings if you wanted to replace a wing. I mean, they bolt on rather nicely. I mean, it's very German engineering, isn't it, of its time?
You would
rather brilliantly done.
Like to think so.
Yeah.
Built to last, built to be completely repaired.
Yes. Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Built to be repaired, rather than the modern ethos of built to be thrown away.
Yes,
this was definitely built to be repaired. That's a really good point, in actual fact, isn't it? Cars of this age, because a lot of the times you think of 80s and you think of the start of throwaway. Certainly things that are built in the 80s generally have a bit of a bad reputation, don't they? But these were still being made properly.
Yes. Yes, and I think German engineering has kept on doing that as well.
There is 86 in the production of this car. I know that we both hate it, but I think, is this a C107? I don't know. These, I think, started in 75. This shape, this rough shape.
Yes.
And it was changed, it was updated, but I don't think it was changed again until the end of the 80s.
Right.
So I think I'm right in saying that this is quite a long way through. What I'm trying to get at is what else they were producing at this time and what quality it was, or whether this is a throwback to something that was designed and built in the 70s when they were still making proper big chunky bits of kit.
Yeah.
Stuff to last.
I would like to think that that's the answer.
I think it is the answer, because I think you were right. At this time,
they're still building a good old-fashioned quality car where things were almost hand-fitted and almost handmade, but Mercedes have got it nailed because everything is production style, but just to a very, very high quality.
Yeah, their quality control was very, very good, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, with the future in mind as well, this car's got to last.
Can I just say how much I love this hardtop?
I like a hardtop.
I like hardtop as well.
I prefer the lines of a hardtop.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that it just feels more secure, it feels safer. I know a hardtop's only held on with a few clips here and there, so you could, when I say they're safer cars, you could argue, well, a hardtop's only held on with clips. And if you roll your car over...
Yeah.
We're all looking okay on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's held on with clips, but these are substantial clips because you have to sort of turn this this over center clip on the B pillar here. Yeah. I mean,
and that locks it into place.
Locks it into place, and then it's locked under the front, and then it's got this little sort of inserted tongue at the back here, which goes. So when you take it off, you have to lift it forwards and up to get it out of that. Okay. I mean, it's substantial, isn't it? Well, we are digressing somewhat. But
we are, because I have started to spot some ongoing problems as I travel down this side of the car.
Have you? So you're at the driver's door.
I am.
I am at the passenger's door, which is ajar, which doesn't make me think. Makes me think that it might not close properly. Yeah. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Well,
I'm coming round.
I've got detachment issues going on here.
Okay, so a bit of trim. Don't pull.
No, I'm trying to just get it lined up to push it back on.
So it's got a bit of. Somebody's put a bit of double-sided on it, so that is going to.
I think that's supposed to be there. Yeah, that's that foam tape. Yeah, but it's been knocked off, hasn't it?
What I'm going to call the rubbing strip, which actually, when you start looking at it close up, is a very strange detail, isn't it?
It is.
But it is a rubbing strip, so that if you open the door, you're not going to knock it on the car next to you in the car
and
park.
Also protection from the cars next door, because it goes the whole length.
Yes.
It's a very good thing. Modern cars don't have it.
No, although modern cars do mostly have a bit that would dent above that now, don't they?
Yeah, they do with the shopping trolleys hit it.
Yeah.
Feeling in behind on the seam.
Yeah, let me come
The seam is good, but just the last raised edge of the flared arch, say flared, just the little eyebrow
it's a little
over
kick
the wheel.
Out, isn't it? Yeah,
it's lovely little detail.
Really nice shape.
It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's not trying to be the big, fat, testosterone-filled manly wheel arch. It's just enough.
Yeah. So if anyone can picture this on an SL 500, if they can picture out the little, I would say you're right. That is definitely an eyebrow wheel arch, isn't it? Yeah. So that would have been pressed into this, and this panel, this rear three-quarter panel, will go to. Up on the boot line, would you say?
I think you've got your finger bang on the seam there.
I have, that's actually that. You can see where it is.
That's exactly where that would join.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. That's one pressing. It's a very, very...
It's quite a big pressing.
Yeah.
But then it's a two-door coupe.
But it's a big wing, isn't it? Yeah, exactly that.
I mean, everything behind the doors is the back of the car.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
So there's a small scuff in the paintwork all the way along just the very far extremity of the eyebrow above the wheel, which is, it could do with touching in, sorting out.
Well, because it is starting to go rusty, isn't it?
A bit of rust there, yeah.
Looking underneath, so behind the rear wheel, the valance that goes round, which has got this beautiful turned edge on it, hasn't it? I mean, it's very pleasing.
And it's got these lovely little flutes behind the rear wheel, below the bumper line, where the valance sort of curves round underneath the car. It's fluted along its length, like somebody's ceramicist has made it and just run their fingers through the clay before it's been fired.
I'd say it's a bit Art Deco, isn't it?
It's very cool. Oh, look, it comes on down the whole of the car.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Neither of us have spotted that. Because it's below the rubbing strip. We haven't spotted that. There's six, is it six? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flutes all the way down the bottom of the car.
It kind of makes sense, but do you know, that's a detail which wouldn't have jumped into my mind.
No, mine neither. That's
funny, isn't it?
What you see once you get down.
Yeah. It's that thing, cars are designed on the drawing board where people are looking at them. Their eye level is like the car is up on a table.
Yeah, I think eye level is the centre of the wheels for most, for most designers.
And then the general public, when we look at a car, we stand next to it and go, yeah, that's beautiful. But the actual shot of, well, you know this, don't you? You're a photographer.
Low down rear three-quarter, almost always, of almost every car is the angle.
But it's
as it is with this.
I tell you what, though, doesn't it feel a little bit? I mean, it won't be to you because you're a photographer, you know this, but for me, to actually come back and kneel down and look at a car is an unusual thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. We should do it more. It's interesting, isn't it? When we did that Daimler early on, there's a school of design, isn't there, where cars are wide and low. I don't know, maybe it has a name, I don't know, but this is definitely part of that school. And that Daimler, the coupe, was very much part of that, wasn't it? Low, wide car. It gave a sense of speed and a sense of purpose.
And that bumper running all the way along the back, that keeps it even wider looking, lower looking. The lights are fat but wide.
Yeah.
So they give it some real weight at the back.
And fluted as well. It sort of carries it on round the back, doesn't it? The plastics itself is fluted on the lights. Let's conclude with the outside of it, because I think there's a couple of bits on the bumper, and if they were done, that little bit of rust on the filler.
There's a tiny bit here. I know on your side, Gus.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that. Yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, so just above the rear lights, there's a split coming now in the paintwork. So there's a few bits and pieces, isn't there? But it's
you could throw £1,000 at this car.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Very easily.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you put 500 quid in the bank for all the bumper parts that you needed, you'd probably be quids in.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'd have a good amount of change out of that.
Yeah, I think so as well. Well, shall we have a bit of a break, and then maybe we should take the top off, shall we?
Oh, we've got to take the top off. Okay. I mean, this is a convertible car. It's got a canvas in there, and we need to look at that too.
Yeah, that's
soft
true.
top. We need to see that. If he needs to know, get an idea what this car's got coming in the future. The hood, it's top of the list of things to check.
Yeah, there should be some sort of joke about being in the hood or something. Maybe not. Let's just have tea.
The hood?
Yeah.
Yo. SLK 500, part 2.
Okay. Part 2, in which we will let's see if we can find somewhere to put the camera so that we can take the roof off. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see if I can rest this on this other car here, which I would say might possibly be...
I think we're in luck here.
Why?
Oh, hold on. I thought it was already undone.
Well, let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, we shouldn't be looking inside this car, should we?
No, we're not looking up. We're not looking up.
We're cheating a bit.
Hold on, is there a handle somewhere?
Yes, there's a handle there. So there's a separate handle which goes in, and that's it locked.
Locked.
And
that's
unlocked.
Unlocked.
Okay, so let's have a look at my side. Handle goes in, locked, unlocked. A little bit further for unlocked, maybe. That's it?
That's it.
Okay, so we have the...
Okay.
So there's a little rather lovely Mercedes, with obviously got the Mercedes star on it, stamped on it, tool, which is the unlocking tool. And there's locks behind the B pillar, which are, I'm going to say they're...
This one's done.
Sort of like a Dutz fastener, aren't they?
My finger's stuck.
Oh, have you? Lift it up again. Oh, he's got his finger stuck. It's the whole thing's an accident waiting to happen, let's face it.
I've got to just say at the moment, Gus, I fell off a horse the other day.
I know you did.
So I'm feeling a bit owie. Right, okay.
Okay, so now then, we have to do this without scratching
Hold
the
on,
back of the car.
whoa. Hold your horses.
Are you off your side?
We've got wires attached.
Have we?
There's a wire. I'm trying not to look at the interior. Oh, look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that.
Okay, so the wire is attached for the heated rear window, of course. Yeah. And where the wire attaches to the inside of the car, there's a fastener on it, but there's also a leather... Is it leather, though?
Leatherette.
Leatherette pouchette, which you have to...
You open up to get your fingers in to whittle the plug apart.
And will it come apart?
Well, it's quite tricky. Hold on, there's a spanner here.
Like the locating pin.
The locating pin,
Let's have a look at the little pouch.
To make it Muppet-proof.
Can you feel that clip? I've got my fingers down the back.
I can see it.
Can you
Keep going up.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. But it seems to be against it. So lift the back now, I would say. Oh, no, clearly not.
Hold on, going down.
Going down again, yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, hold on.
Okay,
Ah.
okay. So let's keep our fingers there. Oh no, it's a backbreaker, isn't it? That?
Yeah, that's heavy. Are your fingers stuck in there?
They are, but they're doing a purpose. So I'd like to know what shape that. So there's a little.
Look at this. Look, this is a telltale thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why I've got my finger over there. 'Cause there's a
Yeah.
lot of scratches where this
There's a
hard top comes
And I
off,
will say,
on and off.
historical scratches, as people have been taking this roof off.
I'd like to know the shape of the little.
I think well, it's the same shape as my fingers.
Oh, hang on, that was.
Maybe we go this way a bit. I can never quite remember. You know that thing where you
yeah.
you come back.
Aha!
Wow.
Right,
You come
okay.
back to it year on year.
Yeah.
And you wish you'd remembered from the one prior. Well, right, we need to have a look at that before then. The aerodynamics team in the wind tunnel would have been absolutely blown away with that because, you know, that's contours are gorgeous, and but it's still a big car. You know, I think we keep on saying it's a big car, but the proportions of it, front wing, door, rear wing,
No, the proportions
Oh,
of it
actually.
are great.
they're not. It's nothing out of proportion.
It's not out of proportion, but it is a big car.
It's a big car.
Yeah.
Considering it's a glorified two-seater.
So shall we have a look in it then? Now we've got the roof off.
we've
Let's
got
go
to.
and have a look. Go
So
on, you-
working on the principle that you've introduced this car to me, I get to sit in the
pilot seat.
pilot seat.
Usable space in the back, I would say.
Yeah,
Seeing
great.
as that's what
If
I'm
you've just
looking
been down to Waitrose or Fortnum and Mason,
Well, you definitely get two children there. You probably
Yeah.
get two adults in there.
I was thinking more about the picnic hamper, to be honest.
Relative comfort, I would say.
Yeah.
And where the
Oh, look.
so the back of the back seat folds down to a bench, which is a nice touch.
So your Fortnum and Mason wicker hamper doesn't leave an indent on your lovely heavy cowhide interior. That's thick.
It is thick. Can I just say how pleasing? So the little latch that holds the back of the bench seat up is this beautiful sort of cast aluminium, like a bird's head, basically, with its beak pointing down. That is the sprung clip for opening and taking making the bench out of the back of the seats.
Doing a bit of lubrication.
It could do with a bit of lubrication. As with most things in a car where everything has sat in the same position for a long time, it all gets a bit crispy, doesn't it?
I think, like we were saying earlier, this is sort of built in the sense of, so how cars were still built like cars.
Yeah.
So that's really nicely finished.
Yeah.
And it's...
Oh, that's so Mercedes, isn't it? I'm just looking at the dash now inside. It's really...
We've got everything. There's the full spectrum of everything we need, going from left to right. We've got in the left-hand side dial. We've got a fuel gauge. We've got an economy gauge. We've got an oil gauge, which is handy.
How do you think the economy gauge goes in this?
Well, you can see it's already in the red.
It's not even running. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice touch.
Its rest stance is full empty your wallet. And a temperature gauge in that round clock there.
It's funny though, within these dials you can see every taxi in Eastern Africa, can't you?
Oh.
In Eastern Sahara, Western Africa and Western Sahara.
Yeah.
And Morocco. And in this steering wheel and the pattern on the edge of the steering wheel. It's
the only
so
thing
familiar,
that's missing
isn't it?
is the tassels from the top of the windscreen.
Yeah.
And some sort of beads hanging from the mirror. Standard stalks. Oh, this has got it's got
that's really early cruise control, I would say, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, it's got a lever. It's levery and not buttony.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what's under the bonnet when we get to that bit. I wonder if there's a big vacuum-operated diaphragm that's in charge of.
It must be, mustn't it?
It's got to be something like that.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Very old
Well, it's
school.
got to be something analog, hasn't it?
Yeah,
So it'll be
because it's levers,
something
not
mechanical.
buttons.
Come on, let's have a look at the bonnet.
Great big heavy slabs of chrome everywhere. I mean, that's something we haven't mentioned in the body styling of the car.
Well, I was just looking at that on where the door shuts. So we were talking about that lovely retaining bracket that stops the door from flying open with the holes in it, like a knuckle duster. But what we didn't say is that on the inside of the door there, which no one's going to see, apart from when it's open, is this sort of lovely shaped chrome panel, a sort of pressed steel and then chromed. I suppose steel, maybe brass, but I think steel.
I'm going to tempt you away from your slabs of chrome.
And also,
I can hear it.
I can hear it. It's my side, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes me think. This is the danger of two people doing this.
Yeah,
Is that one
'cause-
person is going to have their fingers in there when the other person has the eureka
that's why I've not put
moment.
my fingers in there.
Hang on, that's mine is still
Oh,
there.
right.
That's it, there, isn't it? There.
Is it?
Yeah, so
Oh,
where does
yeah.
that go?
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
You got it.
Oh, that's so simple.
That's so
Look,
simple.
Here you go.
So you're looking at your Mercedes, your rather large 6-inch circular Mercedes bed.
Gus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my giddy aunt.
So you have to take it in for a bit, don't you? Before, so he's got this massive pressed aluminium air cleaner box at the top. But then sneaking out of either side of it are the cam covers for the V8. It's
And
quite a
that's-
wide V8, isn't it?
That's quite a wide, big, tall V8.
Yeah.
And it's I think there's a lot hidden underneath that cover, the air pan.
Well, definitely.
Because there's not. It's quite simplistic looking, but it fills every last inch of the bonnet cavity. There's no gaps
There's no
anywhere.
gaps.
Look,
There's an awful lot of belts.
There's a lot. Yeah, a lot of belts. There's a lot of stuff going on under here, but it all looks so perfectly placed.
Yeah.
It looks.
Of course it does, because it's a Mercedes.
I mean, I can see. Well, look, we have a sort of engineering outlook on stuff, so we know
Yeah.
that there's a whole ton of stuff going on there.
Yeah,
But it looks so neat and tidy.
it does. So we've got a fuel injection system as well, which I didn't realise in this, but it's this is a mechanical fuel injection system, isn't it? Run off of, well, that's a solid, no, what is that there?
No, it looks like
Oh, yeah,
a K-jet controller.
But is it
Jetron.
though?
Oh, that's the
Yeah, that's the actuator for that's the throttle.
for the cruise control.
Oh, that's exactly
gonna
what
be-
that is. Look, there's the vacuum.
Yeah.
Going out the back. That's
Yeah.
interesting, because yes, of course that's what that is.
Yeah.
But interestingly, so James was saying that the passenger side door regulator or motor, he said that he can't find one, can't find a replacement, which I find weird, because you would think there would be ample amount of stuff for these cars, because they made them for a huge amount of time, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, one person's looking is not the same as
Yeah.
somebody else's look at some.
No,
But, I mean, I'm trying not to be.
No.
I mean, yeah. So okay, no. Let me just go back to what you were saying. I think it wouldn't be that difficult to find parts for this car.
Yeah, I think it
So
wouldn't be as well.
That's why I say.
Although
if you
I-
looked a little bit further and turned over another rock, you might do better.
I think it would be this, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't sort of. That's. You know, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, that seems like the movement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Okay, I think we might not be going to look.
We might not be.
Okay,
we
that's
could.
a shame. I don't want to force anything.
No, I don't either.
But that might just be the fact that it's been down for a while, mightn't it?
Yeah, and it's. Oh look, that one's clicked shot now.
Okay.
Should
We're
we move?
missing a trick.
So he paid 10 grand for it some years ago.
Yes, and then he's had to pay 10 grand to get the engine rebuilt, which is a real
So-
shame, but it's one of those things. isn't
So he's never going to make any money on it.
it? It's all relative, isn't it? Because when you look at how much cars are, you're looking at how much people want for cars, and I've seen these for sale for £30,000.
Yeah, you've got to be
But
a long way ahead of this one.
Yeah, but also that doesn't mean they've got the money for it, does it? It just
No.
means it's for sale for that.
Yeah.
So it is deceptive, and also
Yeah.
depends on which site you look on.
Yeah.
But I would, yeah,
This is a good car.
it's a good
It's
car.
a good car. It's an honest car. It ain't perfect. And I think if you were trying to make it perfect, well, you'd be a long way in with your checkbook
Yeah.
before you manage to get out again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I think
completely.
being as he's already spent a fair amount of money on the engine, which was probably more of a surprise than he was looking forward to.
Definitely, yeah.
But the question is not, can he make any money on it? The question is this a good car for him to keep?
That's exactly the question. It's
So-
not about selling it and making money on it, because I don't think that's ever going to happen, is it?
No,
Well,
no.
it might happen, but it would happen with the maintenance to keep it at the level that it's at,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? If you
Yeah.
did the bumpers, you did the little bits of paint, you cleaned the interior up, It'd be a very smart car.
It's not going to go down in value.
No.
It has cost a surprise,
Yeah.
which I think is unfortunate.
Well, because if it wasn't for that, he'd be quids in, definitely.
Well, it would be quids
By a
in.
long way,
Yeah. But this is a good little keeper's
And he
car.
maintains it. So if anything needs doing to it,
Yeah.
it gets done. And that's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, and also something which I think we've neglected to just impress upon. No, the thing that we've neglected to say is that this has only this is a Mercedes from the mid-1980s.
Yeah.
It's only got 104,000 miles on the clock, which in the bigger picture is nothing.
No.
These cars are more than capable of doing 250,000 and then go off to start working as a taxi in Morocco.
Okay, till next time. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
The Flipping Bangers podcast Season 3 features Gus Gregory and Will Trickett. It's produced by Dan Allam and is a Justamite TV production. International copyright is asserted. All opinions are personally held. Audio engineering is by Stephen O'Toole. We've used a sample of music composed by Moby Gratis. And if you'd like to get in touch, please visit Justamite TV or chat to us for our Instagram at Flipping Bangers. Thanks for listening.